Stuff in my mouth with cookies. So how's everybody doing? It was only one person. I'm going to talk about teasing games, right? So when building a parlay and you want to tease some games, I can give you like good examples. So let's just say I'm gonna pull up one now, right? And it's fairly easy, right? A lot of people don't talk about it. It gives you a leg up on the books, on the sports books. Vegas, right? Because Vegas is smart. And Vegas will always continue to get smarter, right? So let's say teasing a game. Let's go ES. Hold on, I'll pull up one. So basically, you want to tease a game, right? So, for instance, we do some college football, for example. We'll do the University of Memphis versus Temple. Okay. Let's say the University of Memphis, because you know they score high. The University of Memphis is favored by 43 points, right? But in your heart of hearts, you know Temple has gotten better, and you think that Memphis won't cover that spread, right? So what you could do is either do one or two things. You can take Memphis number like 34. If you confident that they can score more than that, you could move it up from 34 to 40, right? Your payout will be that much bigger, right? Because you're saying they can, you said, oh man, they can beat Temple by 40. So move it up to 40. Right? You got it up to 40. Or you can go, let's say, this is 34. Let's just say you think Temple can do it, but that's a little bit too much. Then what you can do is drop the spread down. 34, take it down to 28 or 27 or 26. So you're basically saying, I don't think Temple can beat Memphis by 34 points, right? That's a lot, but I took it down some notches, and I took it down to what? 28. Oh, yeah, they'll cover that 28, and that is your tease. You tease it down from 34 to 28. So instead of now Memphis, so with your game, Memphis spread isn't 34, it's 28. So Memphis has got to cover the 28 points, right? If Memphis don't cover the 28 point, no, I'm sorry, 28, yeah. So Memphis will have to cover the 28 points instead of 34, right? So now you think that that's good enough, you can take it. Now, I'm going to show you guys, and I put one up with these videos, right? Let me find it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Ooh, excuse me. Okay. So let's just do a game. Let's do a WNBA. Well, you know what? Let's do a Major League Baseball game, right? No, baseball is kind of. Let's do basketball. We'll do the WNBA. How's that sound? All right. So the Fever 47 and the LA Sparks 42. But let's just say, 'cause I don't think you can tease a live game. Let's go down to the New York Liberty versus Seattle. All right. So let's take the Liberty by 5. Me personally, I think that the Liberty can beat them by more than that, right? So let's go in here and look, right? So we got the Liberty favored by negative 5.5. But they're not letting us tease that one because I think that game, well, they're gonna let us tease Golden State Valkyries against the Minnesota Lynx, right? So let's just take the Golden State Valkyries. Minnesota's favored by what? 7.5. Well, you can go in here and tease Minnesota all the way up to, what's it, 7.5. You can take it all, you can tease this all the way up to 13, right? But now, mind you, your payout is not going to be that much. But now watch this. I'll go back so I'll show it to you. All right. So right now with one team, okay, we say we have the New York Liberty. Is that fine? Yeah, fine enough. All right. Let's go ahead and we're going to take the Valkyries. Or let's do this first, because you can tease the over and the under, right? So now let's look at the the over under in that game. And it says the Valkyries in Minnesota. It says, what is the over under? 156.5. So what you can do in here is go in here and pick that over, right? And it's over 156.5, right? If you want to cheat a little bit, make sure you win this game. You can take the under, the over, right? And you can move it all the way down. Well, first of all, before I do that, we're taking the over. So we got the over in the Minnesota Lynx game, and the Seattle Liberty game. We have that. You put $10 on it. It's worth $25, $35, right? Now let's go ahead and tease this game. New York Liberty, no, Minnesota by what, 7? So we'll take the over or under. Let's tease it all the way down to, instead of 152, was it 156? Yeah. Okay. 156 over. So you can move it over up to 162. But that means that they're going to score more than what you said that they are. And your price goes up um, for $10, 400, I'm sorry, $41.41. Well, I go, dude, I don't know. I think that all together they're going to score about 150. Well, let's go ahead and get 150. They're going to, I said, they'll score over 150. So let's go to 150. So I'm going to take 150. Now that price just went up again. It went up to $17.39. Let's do it again. Oh, why you do that? So again, we have the New York Liberty on the spread, right? 0.5. And I got to take another one because this is, you're telling me I can't do it. So let's get another one that's better, better, better. Okay, the Aces tomorrow versus the Sun. This is going to be a good one. Okay, so the Aces is favored by 16.5. Let's go ahead and take them 16.5. Hold on. Okay. So we got the Las Vegas Aces at Connecticut Sun, and we're going to take the Las Vegas Aces on the money line. So with this being on the money line, and then you take the Liberty, $10 will get you $9.32, which is not a lot, but that's not the point I'm trying to make. Well, I tell you what, here's what I'm going to do. We should just take it up. Let's do this. We won't take the money line. We'll take the Connecticut Sun plus 16.5, right? And you're like, they might have a hard time getting, the Lynx might have a hard time beating them by 16 points. Or you can go, oh man, they did it last time. Somebody came back and beat the crap out the Sun and beat them by 30. So now with the tickets that you have the Aces versus the Sun. You've got the Sun plus the points, but it's plus 16.5. With that and the Liberty bet with $10, it gets you 24 cents, $24.28. Now, what you can do is you can go to the Suns game and say, you know what, dude, I don't know about that 16. That's maybe not enough, right? No, I can't do it because this game is for tomorrow. Let's go back and do another one. I'll find one. I mean, shit, no problem. Let's just do the Storm, for example, right? So, okay, so now you put 10 on it. I'm taking that other game off. So we put $10 on it. The payout is $18.70 with the New York Liberty on the money line. Oh, the spread. Yeah. It's actually a good price. So now what we'll do is 1870. So let's go up to the Lynx game. The under over is 156, right? So let's take the under, right? So the under is at 156.5, which gives you a payout of $34.28. Okay, so now, do you think that that's enough points? You think that they'll cover? And what if it's going to be a slow-moving game, you think? So you can go in there and it'll say it's under 156. Let's take it down a little further. And we'll take it down to under 147. Under 147. So if we, well, this can't be right, right? Is this right? Because it's giving me $49. I don't get that. Hold on. We got the Liberty, right? Okay, so now we want to add the Minnesota game. Let's say over. I'll try the over. All right, so we take the over. Let's bring the over down. It's over 153.5. So let's see. And right now you have a balance. I mean, this gets you $35.69. So let's go to let's take it all the way down to 147 points. And remember, we're at 36. I mean 35. Now, once you do that, your price is not going to be $35 anymore. If you win, it'll be $19.08. See what I mean? So, I mean, it's like, it's real easy to do, but you just always want to be mindful. Now, you can take, I mean, you can take any games, move it up and down. You can tease the under and the over, take the over down, move the over up. Because you could probably say, you know what? The Pistons is playing the San Antonio Spurs. The over, the over is 122. You're like, nah, dude. The Pistons gonna score more than that. Them two combined. Well, guess what? If you think that they're gonna score more than that, then you're gonna take it and move it up, right? But if you think they're not, you can also move it down. If you add to it, that means you're gonna get more money back. If you take away just so you can win, well, your payout is not going to be as much, right? So just remember, when teasing games, you always want to, take an account of how the turnout. I mean, how the turnout may be. I only tease games that I'm looking at and I'm having a problem with, and it's kind of hard to tell. And then that's the ones that I will tease. Now, you got some, there's no need to tease, right? Mm. Right back. All right, so normally you don't need to tease. Sometimes you don't have to. You can do it if you just want to get a good win. I mean, you want to make sure that you don't want to walk away with nothing. You want to get something, and you can parlay pretty much any team that they let you. I mean, you can tease any game that you want, or the sports book will allow you to. And more often than not, they will, but they got a limit because they're not gonna let you go all the way down from, let's say, 34 all the way down to 9. They're not gonna let you do that. And on the flip side, they're not gonna let you go from 34 up to 100. They're not gonna do that because that means they're gonna have to pay out a whole lot of money. And Vegas is into taking money, not giving it out. So that's pretty much it. I don't. Teasing games will always be a great option, right? Because therefore it allows you to actually take control of your destiny just a little bit. And sometimes it helps, and sometimes it just don't. But I mean, hey, if whatever floats your boat, do it, right? But I'm gonna tell you this right now: when you are doing teasers and your teasing games, just make sure you don't put yourself, behind the eight ball where you had a ticket that was worth about 3 grand, and by the time you got done with it, it was worth about $134. So if it's down that low, you're doing something wrong, and it ain't even about, and you can still end up losing, right? But just make sure when you tease, it's not to just win, it's to have you win at a manageable amount that you think you can get, right? It's just like trying on a new pair of shoes. Try these on. No, I don't like that. So you move back up. So whenever you want, right? But teasing is good. I use ESPN Bet when it comes to teasing games. That's always the best, right? Um, I wouldn't recommend just teasing every game. You got to allow yourself to not lean on the teasers, because when you go to FanDuel, because FanDuel does it a little bit differently, right? I was trying it, and it was like trying to make me take like all of the teams, and I couldn't grab hold to it. I went on YouTube, I couldn't find it. I tried. What is this? Okay. All right. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you can do it however you want, right? And I'm not telling you not to. I'm just telling you to make sure you be a little wise, and you don't want to put yourself up under the eight ball. Hey, Lise, can you go hit that light for me? Yeah. So you don't want to put yourself up under the eight ball. Never, 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 never. You want to make sure that it's manageable, right? Um, Baseball games, I've teased a couple. Like I teased today's game. We'll go over it, right? So let me pull up the games while I'm at it. ESPN. Ooh. We've got Detroit 1, Cleveland nothing, in the bottom of the fifth, right? We've got Houston 5, Los Angeles 2. We've got Minnesota 6 over Tampa. They beat Tampa. That game is over. We got St. Louis 8, Chicago 6, um, Toronto 4, the Angels 0. The Angels 3, Boston 10, Washington 3. I was going to take that game, and I didn't, thank God. Baltimore 9, Atlanta 3. Now, let's see. All right, well, I don't think I made it, right? No, I did make it. Actually, I did. Because I took the Baltimore Orioles plus 3.5, right? So that's good. And while we're talking, hold on for 1 minute. Let's check. Okay. So I just pulled up some games that I did today, and we can go over them. Sometimes you win, sometimes you get your ass handed to you, right? All right, so let's look at this first one. Now, I teased the Baltimore Orioles game. I took the Orioles plus 3.5 because it was only, what, one. It was plus one, so I moved it up to three because I knew that Baltimore could beat them, and Baltimore won. Right. Also, I did the Miami Marlins versus the Milwaukee Brewers. I took the Miami Marlins plus 3.5. I moved them up two, right? So it was two games that I teased and two games that I won, right? Now where did I go wrong? I took the Indiana Fever money line, and that was it, right? Now I took the Tigers. Oh, that's where I got. That's where. Well, that's not over yet. I moved the Tigers up 2.5, right? The Tigers had to score like maybe two more runs than they can get them, but I only took them what negative 2.5, which I probably should have just took the money line on that. Okay. Then we've got the Valkyries. I took the Valkyries plus the points. Then I added on. I think it was like 9 or 10. I took it up to 15.5, right? And that game is still being played. The Rockies, I took the money line and the under. But I want to know, where did I lose? Oh, here it is. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, guys, I don't brag, but you don't. It's hard to do this, right? But you gotta have the patience and the wherewithal. You gotta know what you're doing, right? So I took the under against the Phillies and the Reds. The Phillies 5, the Reds 1. So I got it. I took them to go up under 10. And I think it was like 8, but I cheated and I moved it. I moved it up. Now here's where I got screwed. I took the Yankees and the Mets just beat the crap out of them. Newsflash, newsflash. It is time to start putting the New York Yankees on the no bet list. Plain and simple. But again, what I'm doing, guys, I'm just going over this ticket that I just teased today. So we'll just, since you can't, well, it's gone now. But all right, so I don't. I don't. I don't. It's not making any sense. The Yankees, that's it. Sorry, yeah. The Yankees is what got us. We're on our way to winning, but the Yankees got me. I'm pretty much might even I could more than likely I'm probably going to clear this, but the Yankees is the one that really got us. But outside of that, I did great, right? I actually did pretty good. This is the first time I teased a baseball game. I just figured, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do it and see how it works. And it worked. It worked pretty good, right? But again, does it always go like that? Sometimes it gets better, and sometimes you just. Well, I'll be honest with you. When I tease games, it never goes bad. I might miss on other teams, but when I tease, I pretty much have a general idea of where I want to take the points to, right? So the Tigers playing the White Sox, they say 10. Okay. Well, you got two good pitchers going at each other. I'm okay with that. I'll leave it. But you know what? We got two good pitchers. I'm going to fuck around and move it from 10 down to 5. Right? That means you're going to get a lot of money back if they stay under 5. If they end up scoring 1 run, you're Gucci. You're good. Now, just looking at these tickets from today, right? If you did the whole Philadelphia parlay deal, you won, and I was supposed to, but I didn't. Um, yeah, that's okay, right? Um, I've got the Tigers. I'm trying to get the Tigers. So if the Tigers win, I'm good. I'm looking for the Minnesota Lynx to win. Then that's good. Need Colorado tonight, baby. All right, Colorado. That's like 6 o'clock my time. Back, you guys back east. That's 9 o'clock. All right, and that's a good one. Let's see what this one has. What the hell? What are we doing? What are we talking? Oh, okay. This is the same ticket. Uh-huh. Well, yeah. Well, so this one ticket that I have looks like it may be a winner, right? The only thing that we have to worry about is the Colorado Rockies. Colorado Rockies win, we're in. We win. It's $200. Yeah, yeah, 200. Guys, when I tell you about this, I mean I'm not like trying to pull your leg. I actually kind of know what I'm doing. Hold on. And it's always good, right? To get advice or to call somebody. I mean, hell, you can even try to get in touch with me and I'll help you out the best way I can. But one thing you never want to do if you're not good at, teasing games and stuff like that, you don't want to go into it blind because, yeah, you'll learn that way, but you're going to learn the hard way, right? Like I told you, the one guy that I work with, he would always tell us, you guys are going to learn the hard way. And we would laugh at him and go, whatever. But then the guy would be right. I'm cutting down on, different words to use. Because my daughter says it's not good to curse on YouTube. But she says eventually they'll start straightening me out. So I go, okay, I don't want to be straightened out by YouTube. I'm fine. So I took the straightening out for my daughter. So I guess I'll be okay. But yeah, nevertheless, guys, it was a ticket here. And I took, all we're waiting on now is for Colorado. Colorado win. Was it I'll tell you how much. It's $226.39. Right? That's always good. So that's more money for you to play. One thing, guys, you cannot get frustrated when you don't win. So for me, here's the deal. If I don't win, if I lose, it's very therapeutic for me. I'm not putting $80 down. I'm not putting $100 down, right? Because that's not wise. I'm putting $5 down. If I put 20, holy crap, I'm nervous. I'm looking over my back to make sure the wife don't know what I'm doing. But then I think I'm my own guy, right? But you just know $20 is your limit, right? $20 is your limit. When you start putting like $100, $200, $500 because you want to get a bigger payout, you're gonna mess yourself up that way. And then you'll be chasing, and you won't be necessarily um, a gamble. What do you call it? Somebody's got a problem for gamblers. Because the first thing people say is, "Oh, you got a gambling problem." No, you're just trying to get that money back that you lost. Now, are there people with gambling problems? Absolutely. If this site, if you come to this site to make a whole bunch of money to get yourself out of the hole, wrong place. Right? My thing is like telling you guys how to win, good strategies to use, how to be one with the universe, spiritual stuff, right? Um, Good advice, how to stay positive, not negative, good stuff. But if you're dumping $20, $50 down, you know, I get it. If you need help, there's a 1-800, and I'll need to probably start, posting that as well. If you have a gambling addiction and nobody else needs to know, I don't even need to know. But let me see, hold on. Yeah, but basically, guys, don't overextend yourself. Make it fun for you. Make it that is good for you, right? So, like, this is good for me. On days when I'm not feeling well or whatever, I'll get on this thing, and my attitude changes. I get better. My mood gets better. So, if you coming on the site here and your mood is not getting any better because you're looking to win, then that's a sign that you probably need to back off for a hot minute, right? You want to back off, regroup, and get back at it if you want. But if you're, because here's the thing, like when I hear the guys go, well, parlays are bad, you shouldn't bet parlays, blah, 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 blah. Okay, what do you suggest? Well, single individual games. You can lose on that too. Look, man, I can take $100. As a matter of fact, I can take $200 or $500 and put it on the Tigers versus Boston. And if Boston wins, I'm screwed. Right? Gambling is gambling. Betting for 8 teams to win versus 1, it doesn't matter. Yeah, the chances are better for you to win, but how many $500 are you going to have to spend? And when you start doing that, you're chasing, and now you're in the hole. You're in the hole big time. So we always want to be careful when we're doing this. You want to keep it fun. If you're doing this and it's not fun anymore and you're getting pissed off, then it's time to walk away and let it go. It's fun for me. It's therapeutic. I asked my wife, my wife goes, well, when you're online and you're talking to these people, your attitude is great. Why is it when you get off? And I'm like, I don't know, because it's just good for me. It's therapeutic. So I come on and I talk and give my advice and keep it moving. Another thing too, guys, you don't want to overextend yourself. If you don't have the money, don't go out here getting loans. Don't go out here borrowing money from your neighbor, because when you do that, not only do you owe for bills, now you're going to owe people that's around you. They're going to notice that you have a problem, and then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And he goes, well, I don't have a problem, I'm just chasing. Well, to them, they don't really get that. The only thing that they see is you got a problem, right? So, I mean, if you can just say, I'm not doing it, for a day. I can step away for a day. Now, here's one of the, and I know everybody that likes to gamble probably has the same thing. You figure if you don't bet today, you would have probably won, right? Right? I said if it's like that, kind of remove yourself and step back, because I remember I had started thinking like I said, man, if I don't play, I'm not gonna. I could have missed the game. I would have won. Man, you can't look at it like that. You just can't. I mean, what is maybe you would have, maybe you wouldn't. Half of the time, and you also got to look. Have you been playing a whole month straight or six? Let's say you've been playing 5 months straight and you still haven't won. And then you think one day will be better because you probably would have won. Hell no, it just actually saved you $5. So Gamblers Anonymous is always, good things to, look at if you're having problems and stuff like that. But like I said again, if you're having fun and it feels good, by far, just come hang out with me because I like it. I love baseball, right? Love it, right? And I like to, talk. So it's something for me to do. You just don't want to get caught up and having to chase. You don't want to do that. When you start chasing, you're pretty much screwing yourself. YouTube, sorry. Yeah, you don't want to keep doing that because you're going to lose. But remember, when you're doing like parlays and stuff like that, always make sure that you're not putting the same teams and in the different parlays all and just mixing them up. The worst thing you want to do, because like today, because I saw it, and I'm like, Philadelphia is head and shoulders better than, I forgot who they were playing. So I'm looking around, I'm like, I got Philadelphia in each one of these parlays, and I go, you know what, if I lose, I'm screwed. So what I did was, I removed Philadelphia from a couple of parlays. So if you win, or if Philadelphia loses, it won't hurt you. There's a couple of more tickets that you'll still be able to win with. But if you start loading Philadelphia up, let's say you put in 10 parlay tickets, and Philadelphia is like 100-0. They ain't lost a game. They won every freaking game, right? And then you put these jokers in each one of your parlays. Let's say 10. You put them in all 10, and you pick really well. And just that day, they decide to lose. Now, all those 10 parlays, and let's say it's the first game of the day. All your parlays are done. Shot. Nothing. You get snaked. And now, guess what? Here we go. And then you're going to have an attitude. I'm going to tell you how it's going to go. You're going to have an attitude. You're going to be pissed off. You're going to say something smart up under your breath to your wife. She's going to hear it. She's going to confront you. You're going to try to wiggle out of that. You can't. Now, your dinner might be burnt, or you're going to get it late, right? I'm telling you guys, your dinner's late, or she burnt it. Or how about this? You pissed her off. Now you got to go get you some McDonald's. And the kitchen is closed for you, right? Now you're tossing and turning in bed, right? Your attitude is jacked up. The kids don't want to be by you. The dog don't even want to mess with you. Because they can pick up on your negative energy, right? Do I get a little, Lee? Do I get a little edgy when I lose?
Yes, very much so.
You think so? What do you mean?
Your attitude.
Well, you know what? Well, okay, yeah, sorry. See, that's why you keep them out, man. You keep them out, man. No, thank you for the advice. That was really nice. I know you really didn't mean that. Yeah, so I do get in a bad mood. Sometimes you do, right? But for the most part, I'm in a good mood the rest of the day, right? I only get pissed when it's like it's something stupid, and I snap right out of it. Again, you don't want it to take you to a dark place. It can, it will. You have to be careful, tread easy, right? Because you just never know when you might come up on a losing streak. Look, people have streaks, they have winning streaks, they have losing streaks, right? But what you want to do is just make sure that you're not, or,
Shut
that
up.
you're not. This guy sucks. Who is he? Oh, that's me. All right. Yeah, so you just want to make sure when you're doing your parlays, you just want to be mindful and make sure you just don't overdo it and put the same teams in the same parlays. Because if you do, you're going to end up paying for it. And it's not going to be pretty. Like I told you guys before, it was a lot of times, like when I first started, and it would be NFL games, right? And I forgot. Let's say I put the Lions in all the parlays because they play in St. Mary's of the Blind, and I know the Lions are going to beat the crap out of them. The Lions is the first game, and you got like 7 or 8 other games getting ready to go for you. If you lose, not anymore. You're done. It, it's not even halftime on the 1 o'clock games, and you lost. So always, just be mindful. You just always want to be mindful because if you're not and you forget, because I get it, guys, I get it. When I see games, and especially like if it's a pitching duel, I get worked up, right? It's it's just like when your wife goes into one of these stores and they've got like a sale going on. She gets all worked up and she's throwing stuff in the basket, and you can't say nothing to her because she'll put you out of the house. But you don't say anything, but you notice what's going on. And then when she gets to the cash register, she doesn't have the money for it, right? Um, and you got to come out of your wallet, right? Well, the same thing applies to you. She'll see you overextending yourself, getting all slap happy, writing all these names down, and putting all these teams in these parlays. Then when you don't win, she's looking at you and she's going, "I saw this coming." The same way you saw it coming when she was in the store putting all that stuff in the basket, and you knew she wasn't gonna have enough, but actually she knew you were gonna be there because you got to end up giving her the money. But that's a different story. But with you, so never overextend yourself. One good thing that I got going on today is if you played any one of my tickets, this is one ticket that looks good. And all we're doing is just waiting for the Colorado Rockies. If you played this one parlay that I told you to play and Colorado wins, you're gonna have $250 in your pocket. Or if you put more money on it, you're probably gonna have a lot, right? But let me look. Hold on. Let's look and see what we can find. So far, so good, right? So Minnesota's still winning. Because I put the links down on the money line, right? All right, let's go see. Ooh, Yankees suck, man. And I hate to say this, but I'm not betting on them tomorrow. They can go to hell. Detroit won. Cleveland 0 in the seventh inning. The bottom of the seventh. Cleveland's got one man on and two men out. The Dodgers 4, Houston 5. I don't think I had that, did I? Nope. Right. So we're just waiting on the Tigers and Minnesota because we got the Philadelphia game, right? And guys, I know you say, "Oh, this guy loves Philadelphia. He's always sucking Philly off." I'm not, man. I just look at the matchups, and to me, Philadelphia is a pretty good damn team. Right now, if I had to call the World Series, it's going to be either the Dodgers or the Phillies in the World Series from the National League because the Phillies are just good like that. Their rotation is good. Pound for pound, I kind of think Philadelphia has a better pitching staff than the Tigers. And I love the Tigers. You got Wheeler, you got Sanchez, you got all these guys. Remember how you little kids when we used to add teams and picking teams and say that's a slaughter? That's a slaughter. I quit, right? Because they pretty much got a good team. But nevertheless, that's why you play the game. Houston 5, LA 4. Minnesota beat the crap out of Tampa by 1 point. Minnesota 6, Tampa 5. I looked at that game today and I said, I hate betting on these kind of games, but I'm going to study it and I'm going to pick, and I picked Tampa. But I don't know if I might have put it on the card, right? Tampa loses. That's why when I tell you guys I see two teams and I'm not feeling good about, it's best to move away from it because those games will have you in a lot of trouble. You can't eat. You can't sleep. You're kicking your dog bites the hell out of you. Your wife finds out that you kicked the dog. She heard it. So now you got to go, right? Or sleep on the couch. So we're always going to be mindful. And look, also, we're going to get help with the NFL because with the NFL, I know you guys know it. Now, I wish I knew about football when I couldn't play it. I was a kid. But like the 80s, the 70s, and the 80s, do you know how rich we would be? Because pretty much there was upset. It was always upsets, but you pretty much knew what you were going to get every Sunday. Maybe somebody will deviate, but you kind of knew. But now, all is like parody, right? It's like all of these guys, they'll come in and you think you're doing good, or you think you're going to run the score up on them. It's hard, man. These guys ain't playing. One of the other things that I thought was kind of weird is one of the guys who played. He got in trouble. He played football with the Las Vegas Raiders. So they came down on him for gambling, and he got in trouble. Now my thing is, okay, well, I get that, I get it, but didn't you, as the NFL, endorse FanDuel and DraftKings? You guys endorse them. It sounds kind of hypocritical, but that's just the way it is, baby. They know what they can do, but it's not what you can do. Remember, I'm gonna tell you something. Remember when, what's the guy's name? I forget. It's Flores. The black guy that was in Miami, and they fired him and they replaced him or whatever. Now, that new guy they put in, he's trash. So they should have never got rid of. I think it's Michael Flores or whatever. But they shouldn't have really gotten rid of him because this other guy they brought in, I'm like, who was this dude? So, but anyways, I digress. The guy that got fired, and they pissed him off, Flores, I think was his name, and because he's still coaching. He got pissed, and he said, "Oh yeah, I got a story to tell you about all these owners." And he was saying how some of them tank games on purpose, blah blah blah. Well, if the son of a gun was lying, not only would you not see him coaching in the NFL, you wouldn't even see him anymore, right? I mean, he'll still be around, but guess what? He stopped talking. Somebody hired him, gave him a job, and he's good. I forgot where he's at now, but he's good because what he was getting ready to do is he was going to expose a lot of these owners when he said they're about them like losing games on purpose or tanking. So watch this. I own San Diego Chargers. Things ain't going well for me. Well, here comes middle of the season. Now I'm getting ready to start tanking games. So I'm gonna get on my phone and like, hey Terry, hey Rod, hey Dre, man, I'm not winning this Sunday. I might not say it like that, but I'll probably say, yeah. Because when you're on the phone, you got to kind of watch it, use the code, and just go. Well, basically, let's just say I see him out for lunch. And I say, yeah, guys, you probably want to load up on us because we aren't winning. That's like insider trading. That's exactly like insider trading. And you know they do it. Because they was like, oh, hush. Because if a dude is getting ready to tank and he's the owner, you don't think that he ain't going to put no money on his own team and bet against his own team. You know he is. But they hypocrites because they come down on Pete Rose. Pete Rose is dead. The guy came on TV, and it was like the 90s. He cried, and I'm like, you son of a... The man comes on TV, you got him crying, begging to get in, and you like, no, it's not. It's the integrity of the game. Okay. All right, what are you doing? Because with Mike Flores, I think that's his name. Let me look. Mike Flores, because what Mike Flores was getting ready to do, he was getting ready to blow the lid off of it. Good. Because it's not cool to be hypocritical and tell guys you can't do this, and they go, well, you doing it. Yes. Let me see, Mike Flores. I think that's his name. Mike Flores. I really do. Hey, guys, if you guys are just coming on here, I'm just running my mouth because at one point there was no one here. So I'm trying to look for this coach, Mike Flores. I think that's his name. The old Dolphins coach. Well, by the way, he was actually the guy that brought Miami back. And then when they brought that other dude in, they brought him in to sit and look pretty. And guess what? Ever since he's gotten there, if Mike Flores would have stayed, guys got to look at the system. If Mike Flores would have stayed there, you probably might have been talking about these guys being in the Super Bowl or damn near close to it. Let's see. Mike Flores. I'll just spell his name, man. You guys. O'Brien Flores. Well, shit, I was close. Where's this dude at? They got it right here. Oh no, they just talking about he was. No. Mike Flores, that dude was awesome though, but they ended up getting this dude a job, and he never talked after that. But he was ready to tell how these owners tank games on purpose to get the number one draft pick. And guys, let's not be stupid. Let's not get stupid, right? If you tanking games, it's not like you playing little league. When you tanking games and you got a whole lot of money involved, you don't think that you're not going to benefit from that? Of course you are. Of course you are, and you're gonna make sure of it. Like I said, you call your buddies up and say, "Hey, man, yeah, don't bet on us to win." Stuff like that. And your buddies ain't stupid. But look, when it comes to gambling, men are very smart, right? So all you gotta do is give us a hint, say something. Oh, there's a spider on the wall. Okay, we got yeah. So just don't think that those guys weren't okay. Here he is. Here he is, right here. He was with Minnesota. Well, he's with Minnesota now. He was actually pretty good, right? He was actually good, but they gave him some hush up money because he knew it. He knew about it, and he probably threatened to go on all kind of venues and stuff like that. But he ended up landing on his feet. The guy that's the guy that's in it, the guy that's in his place now isn't doing so well. So I don't. I mean, one thing that I don't like when we talk about football and stuff like that, I don't like when an organization has a guy in there, right? Their guy. And for some odd reason, it's not working out. But these guys have built a championship caliber team. And then all of a sudden, management gets pissed off at them, moves them out, and bring their own guy in. And when that guy gets in there, you can always see the decline. If you got a good team in that the old coach has built this connection with the players and they're winning and you got good players and then they want to move somebody else so they can look good, it's not going to work. It's not going to work because not only are you going to look, fans aren't stupid and neither are the players. Well, the players are going to have more first-hand information, and they probably look at this guy from Miami, and they're probably like, "What the hell is he doing now?" Last I checked, they said he played football, right? But I tried to find stuff on him, and I couldn't find it, right? So maybe that's why Mike Flores was kind of pissed. Maybe that guy they brought in is like his brother-in-law or something. Hell, I don't know. I'm gonna find out what this Miami Dolphins guy's name is. Guys, also if you are on here and you took one of the parlays that I picked, you're doing pretty good. The only thing we're waiting on is the Colorado Chicago game. Colorado wins. We're good. I picked Colorado. I put it up there. Oh, here it is. Mike McDaniel. Sorry to get cut off. I'll be right back on that note. We're gonna Mike McDaniel. This guy. I don't. So they said he went to Yale, but I'm not saying he didn't. I just said when I went to go look, most guys you can pull up some stuff on, but I was not. Let me see. Maybe I can do it now because he's been around for a while. But basically, he didn't have that rapport with those players, right? And you could see it. And now they're declining, right? I mean, the owners can come in and move out and do whatever they want to do. But once the players have a connection with the coach, what is this dude? I mean, okay, it says, did the Miami Dolphin coach ever play football? It said he was born in Aurora, Colorado, 1983. He graduated from Smoky Hill High. He played college football as a wide receiver at Yale, and he graduated with a degree in history. I hate history. That's easy to do. I can pull it up and find out. That reminds me of the time I had when I was on the other podcast show where you don't see the person's face, you just hear us running our mouths like the radio. And that's when that Black Lives Matter was jumping off. I'm just talking while I find this. And the Black Lives Matter thing was jumping off, and I was like, okay, that's good. I mean, I want to know who these guys are, right? So I called them, and usually with grassroots organizations, they will talk to you at 4:00 in the morning because they've got an organization. It's like, and they're trying to get their point across, and they are out there stomping and doing what they do, and they're going to talk to you. Well, I left message, emails, phone calls to Black Lives Matter. Not a response. Nobody returned my phone call. And then that's when I was like, golly, what are these dudes up to? But yeah, it's always good to kind of like check out your sources. But where's this dude? Let's see. Oh, is this it? Nope. I'm close to it. Hold on. All I want to do is just see him in his Colorado uniform. I wasn't able to see it the last time I looked. We were talking about Mike McDaniel, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins. I wish Antonio was on here because he could give us a better insight. Well, I'm going to find it. And then once I find out who this Joker is, we can get that going on over these games. I just want to see him in his football uniform and we can keep moving. That's all I want to do. It's probably on here now, right? Okay, here it is. I did find it. When I first looked, I didn't see it, right? But here's Mike McDaniel. And, but yeah, oh, I see. Yep, here it is. He's got pictures. But – Okay, so I guess I wasn't the only one that was wondering if he ever played, because you had people like questioning that. Um, Hold on, let me read this really quick, and I can tell you. Okay, it says, considering his listed height of 5'9" and a weight that ranges from 170 pounds to 180 pounds, that's okay. He's in the Ivy League, but you know the Ivy League is still they don't mess around there either. But let's finish it. Uh, uh, uh. I mean, it still doesn't say anything, right? You got a picture of Moden the football, right? But whatever it is, this guy, he does not have a good rapport with his team, and it's always good to have a good rapport with your team. He was pretty much handed a good Dolphin team, and when not Mike McDaniel, but when Brian Flores was the coach, he built Miami up to be respectable, defense and all. Now they moved a guy in and kicked him out, and that's when he says, "Okay, I got you guys, and I'm gonna tell all y'all secrets, how y'all when y'all tanking games." And then all of a sudden, what happened? He's got a job with Minnesota. All right, all right. Let's get at this, guys. Let's do it because you guys are here. I got at least two people. I know I suck, but I'm trying hard, right? Not to. Top of the ninth, Detroit has two people on base, first and second, one out. Bottom top of the ninth. Houston 5, LA 4, seventh inning. Son of a bitch. Remember I told you we're waiting on Colorado, right? Colorado wins, this ticket wins. Well, right now the White Sox 2, Colorado 0. And that's the first inning. All right, Tampa Bay Minnesota beat Tampa 6-5. Chicago Cubbies. No, St. Louis beat the Cubbies 8-6. Toronto won, Boston won, and Philadelphia won. And I kind of knew that, right? I kind of knew it. That's why I teased that game because you know in baseball the line is it was plus it was plus 1.3. I mean 1.5. Well, when I teased it, and this was on ESPN Bet, I teased it to 3.5. So that was a little bit more money in my pocket, right? Because I kind of knew. Baltimore. I hate when this happens. Okay, let's get to these games for tomorrow. Like it's gonna be a long day for Colorado, man. I don't know why I picked them. I just, I just thought that the pitching matchup um, was kind of like even Steven, kind of almost in the favor of Colorado, but oh no, this is for. Oh, you got the wrong date. Yeah, so here's what I was looking at for today. Jonathan Cannon for the White Sox. He's listed. His record is listed at 2-7, ERA 4.59, and 55 strikeouts. And this guy German Mike Marquez, he's 3-9, ERA 5.76, 61 strikeouts. So I mean, it kind of like German has what 61 strikeouts. Jonathan has 55. Jonathan is 2-7. German is 3-9. Jonathan's ERA is 4.59. German's is 5.67. So not that much of a difference, right? So then I went into the game and I looked at their stats, right? And this is what I based my decision on why I took Colorado. Um, the last game he pitched, he went a half an inning. He gave up 3 hits and 2 runs. Typical Colorado stuff. Then he played Minneapolis. The week before that, he played Milwaukee. He went 5 innings. He gave up 3 hits, 2 runs, struck out 5. That's not bad. He played the Dodgers. Now watch this. Watch this. And here's why I made my decision. He played the Dodgers. He lost that game, but he went 4 innings. He allowed 6 hits. He didn't allow any runs to be scored. He didn't walk anybody. And then on top of all of that, he struck out 6. I don't know what transpired to move him away from that game, but I probably would have kept him in there if he wasn't, he's okay. So that's why I took Colorado. But it's baseball. You never know. The worst thing that I hate, and a lot of guys, if you watch baseball, how many times have you seen a guy one hit a team, pitch a one hitter, and he still loses the game? It happens. You guys know it. It's probably happened already this year. Or if it's not, it's going to. All right, let's get at this for tomorrow. All right, so on tap tomorrow, we're going to have the Baltimore Orioles playing the Milwaukee Brewers. Trevor Rogers, a lefty. He's 1-0, ERA 2.05, and he's got 18 strikeouts versus Grant Holmes. Grant Holmes is 4-7. His ERA is 3.47. He's got 113 strikeouts. All right, so right now, clearly, the pitching advantage goes to Atlanta. And you know what? I'll take it. I'm going to take them up. And where is my thing so I can just cross it off? Yeah, here we go. All right, here's the first one. I will take Brian Holmes. And actually, I'll take the run line on this one. Right. Yeah, I'll take them on the run line. In the next game, we have the Cincinnati Reds versus the Phillies. This has been a good series so far, right? Okay, we'll do the first one that I see here. Garrett Crochet, a lefty. He's 8-4, ERA 2.34. Strikeouts 144. Versus, yeah, okay, watch this. I can't say it, but I got a computer that's gonna help us out. Well,
Shinosuke Agasara.
huh,
Shinosuke Agasara.
huh.
Shinosuke Agasara.
I'm not even gonna try it.
Shinosuke Agasara.
Nope, not gonna try it. But you guys heard it, right? Um, he's 5'11", 205 pounds. He's 27. And usually, guys, a lot of the guys, I wonder if he's from the Japanese league. Because the Japanese league has really, really good baseball players. He came from the Rochester Red Wings. Yep, that's all I know, right? Uh, when I don't know anything about a guy, I won't bet for him. Sometimes I will bet against him, and that's not always good because this guy could be one of those future Hall of Famers. You just never know. You just want if you can afford it and you want to bet against him, do it. But nevertheless, it doesn't matter if Jesus was pitching tomorrow. They're playing the Boston Crochets, not the Red Sox, but the Boston Crochets. 8-4 again. His ERA is 2.34. 144 strikeouts. Now watch this, guys. I'm willing to bet you that this guy that's pitching from the Nationals, that he's going to be a decent pitcher, right? Because and ask me how do I know that? Well, you put him up against Eric Crochet, so you've got to have some type of confidence in this kid, right? Because you're not just regularly going to put some guy. Okay, like Herm Edwards say, you play to win the game. You don't really just put people out there, right? Normally, when it's a guy like Eric Crochet, uh, Turk, no, what's his name? Turk Scrubble, guys like that, right? Tom Seaver, you know, Jim Palmer. When you put a guy up like a legend up against because this guy is going to be a legend one of these days, Crochet. If you put him up against him, you got to have some level of, feeling confident about it, right? Okay, boom. Okay, so, but who I'm going to take tomorrow? I'm going to take the Boston Red Sox on the money line. I don't know whether to go with the under or not because we don't know who this kid is. Yeah, they might have a lot of confidence in this guy, but that doesn't mean anything because we kind of need to know, but we'll figure it out tomorrow. But will I go under on this one? I might. I don't know because if you go under, right? And okay, let's just say this guy sucks, and that means Boston's going to tee off on this dude and cover the spread on their own. But I'll figure it out. You know what? Let's do this. I'm going to go in and and just pick him, and I'll go with the strikeouts. Where's the game at? All right, Tigers won 1-0. Right? We just need the White Sox to come through, baby. That's all we need. All right, Chicago White Sox 2, Colorado 2. Top of the second. Oh, fuck! They just scored. Chicago 3, um, Colorado 2. Top of the second, 2 outs. So we're gonna have a game. This game will probably go back and forth, right? So whatever. Let's go look at this thing for tomorrow. I got Holmes. I got that. I wanted to check and see the strikeouts, but they don't have any of that listed yet. Um, no, they don't have anything listed. Yeah, so I can just still go through it, but I just won't be able to fill out a card because I'm not really sure on. Wait, hold on, maybe. This sucks. Oh, come on, man. That's what happens if you get all these damn windows up. And you get lost with all these windows. One all try to move it around and you don't move it away. All right. So where did I go? I'm gonna have to start all over. Oh, is this it? Yep, this is it here. Okay. So looking at Garrett Crochet, right? His Garrett Crochet has a his last 3 games. Um, Against Cincinnati, he won that game. He went 6 innings. He allowed 8 hits, 5 runs. He walked 1 batter and struck out 9. Right. Then against the Angels, he went 7 innings, allowed 3 hits, no runs, walked 3 batters, struck out 10. Against Seattle, well, that was a no decision too. Against Seattle, he won that game. He went 6 innings. He gave up 6 hits, 1 run, 0 base on balls, and 8 strikeouts. So it's safe to say you can probably go with this guy for like 7 strikeouts, even 6. But keep in mind, if you go 7 or 6 strikeouts with this guy, go check out not the alternate, but check out the over under. Because if they give him 6.5 strikeouts under or over, then you're better off taking that. You get a better price. Sometimes FanDuel will be asses and they'll try to make you take 7.5. If you don't feel good about it, then don't take it. Go to another sports book. But never let a sports book, force your hand. And FanDuel does that a lot. And they'll have a picture like that, and they'll move all his numbers up, and then you'll go over to his alternate strikeouts, and then you'll say, okay, I'm gonna take 6 strikeouts from Crochet. Then you put it in, and you watch as your winnings decrease. Why? Because they want you to, and when they pull the plug, if it's enough for you guys, take it. Vegas wins. So be careful with that. I would just take if it's 6.5 over under, I'll take. But if it's 7.5, I won't even touch it. Right? All right. So yeah, let's take Boston. And they don't even have anything listed. I'm gonna put something together and I'll put it up tonight for you guys. And right now, remember, if you guys look at any of my parlay slips, we've got one game that we are still in the running for. All we need is for Colorado is to win. 'Cause I took Colorado on the money line. So keep your fingers crossed and stay positive. But nevertheless, I'm gonna take Garrett Crochet. Let me see what they got so I can put up here. So I can put it up. Oh my God. White Sox 5, Colorado 2. Whatever. I don't see Boston up here for tomorrow. I don't see Boston. What's the big deal, FanDuel? Don't have it. I'm just trying to build something and see what we can come up with. And they don't have them listed. Okay, so maybe it'll be up later on. All right, so I'm gonna fly through this though. Boston, you basically know you're gonna take Eric Crochet. You also know that you probably be better off taking Boston, right? So that's just something that you just know. Not unless they put Wheeler, not Wheeler. Who's the other? I think it is Mackenzie Gore, but he already pitched. So, all right. So the Reds in Philadelphia, Chase Burns against our guy Zach Wheeler. Okay, taking the Phillies. Take the Phillies on the money line. You can take them on the run line. He's going up against Chase Burns. Burns got his ass handed to him on the last game they played. And I forgot who he went up against. Remember, he got torched. So, yeah, give me Zach Wheeler. I'll take Zach because Zach has 136 strikeouts. He's 8-3. His ERA is 2.27. Chase Burns, his ERA wasn't this high last week. But after that shellacking he took, his ERA went to 13.50. You blow. Huh. Will he bring it down? Probably. I mean, he's in the majors. I mean, he knows what he's got to do. He's got to readjust. All right. But it's not too much readjusting you can do in a couple of weeks when you're going up against Zach Wheeler. Who knows? Maybe he can. I don't know. But will I bet on Chase Burns? Hell no. Give me Zach Wheeler. Like I said, they'll probably get him over under 6.5 or 7. If they go 7, I won't go 7. I only go 6.5. I don't like when they try to force our hands. The Angels, the Blue Jays, I would take the Blue Jays. Kevin Guzman is playing. Or Gossman. The Yankees versus the Mets. Max Fried, he's 10-2. A lefty, his ERA is 2.13. I don't care. I don't. I'm done with the Yankees for this week coming up. If you guys want to, you can. You want to do Max Fried with 3 strikeouts? Be my guest. Brian Woodruff for the Blue Jays will be taking on Edward Cabrera for the Marlins. Give me the Marlins on the money line. Edward Cabrera is not that bad. Guys, when I tell you, because some guys was, well, why do you love the Marlins? I don't love them. I just understand what they have. and they are an up and coming team for the future because they got their pitching is good, right? But they're young. You got Perez, you got Max Meyer. Those are the two guys that I know who I key on: Max Meyer and Perez. And Perez is long and lanky, and he can throw it. So look out. But I'm going to take the Marlins on this one because the pitch-up matchup favors them. The White Sox versus the Rockies. Chase Dolander, 2-9, 6.5. ERA, 50 strikeouts. Shane Smith. I'm going to take the White Sox on this one because Shane Smith is a good pitcher. Yep. And that's strange, man, for them to have. I haven't seen the White Sox be favored, not only favored on the road, but just favored, period. So guys, that's always a good sign for you. If you're having it bad in life and your luck ain't working right, you won't always be like that. You'll steady get better. But you got to stay positive, right? You have to. Can't be negative. You don't want to indulge in any negative activity, right? I had a. You just have to be. You just have to. How can I say this? Do what you do, right? Best, but always stay positive, not negative. I knew a. Is my battery low? I think it is. Hold on, guys. Yeah, I got a good story, man. You guys are gonna love this one. So normally you'll have guys who will try to help you out and try to tell you how you should handle yourself and conduct yourself in good, you know. But you can't listen to anybody but, your parents, your mother, and whoever, right? And the fact that the point I was trying to make is that I knew somebody, a friend, told me they used to always harp on taking the high road, right? Take the high road, take the high road, take the high road. But now, when it came back to them, they had a situation that came up. They didn't take the high road. Hell no, they didn't. So, guys, you got to do what's best for you and what works for you. Somebody give you some advice, that's good, but you always have to consider the source, right? Consider the source. All right, let's get back at this shit. Hold on. The Tigers is going to play the Guardians. I'll take the Tigers on the run line. They're going to have Turk Scrubble, a Sunday game against Galvin Williams. Galvin Williams is decent. 82 strikeouts, ERA 3.86, 5-4 record. Because he's going up against Turk Scrubble. That's not easy, right? The Tampa Bay Rays versus the Twins with Joe Ryan. I don't like either one of these teams, but if I'm forced to pick it, I'm going Minnesota, and I'm going to take Joe Ryan. I like Joe Ryan. Joe Ryan is 8-4, ERA 2.75, and 108 strikeouts. Drew Rismus, I don't know, whatever his name is, right? And I gave you the White Sox. Kansas City Diamondbacks, Michael Lorenzen for the Royals versus Andy, whatever this guy's name is for the Diamondbacks. Michael Lorenzen is 4-8. 4.95, 78 strikeouts. This guy for the D-backs, he's new, Anthony. Hold on, let's see how we pronounce this guy's name.
Anthony DiSclafani.
DeFasani? DeFersani. Well, it doesn't matter because doesn't have a. He's got 9 strikeouts. His ERA is 4.82. Let's dive into it. Let's look and see what he's doing now. 'Cause if we're not gonna pick him, and we're gonna fade him, we at least got to know what we're fading, right? You just don't want to fade a guy because it just sounds cool or somebody said it. You gotta look at his stats. So let's do it. So his last 3 games, the first one was against San Francisco. The last one, he went 2 innings, gave up 1 hit, 2 strikeouts. Against the White Sox the week before that, he got a save. All right, so he came in as a relief pitcher. He went 3 innings, gave up 0 hits, gave up 0 runs, walked 2 batters, and struck out 4. Against Toronto, he went 2 innings, allowed 5 hits, 3 runs. So basically, this guy is hit or miss, right? He's hit or miss, and guess what? When you're playing a team that's really good, right? Like Kansas City's not really good, but if you're playing a team that's decent, and they got stats like that, give me Michael Lorenzen with the Royals on the money line. The Athletics versus the Giants. Hayden Songbird, 3-3 for San Fran, 4.30, 62 strikeouts. Jacob Lopez of the A's, he's a lefty. He's 2-4. His ERA is 3.88, 57 strikeouts. And hold on, I got one other thing I want to see. How are they hitting against lefties in this one? Hold on. Yeah, man. I don't. When people give me advice and tell me, I kind of watch and see what they do. 'Cause I tell you, like one of my buddies that said, "Take the high road. Take the high road." Always saying, "Take the high road." But when it came to them, they didn't take the high road. They had a situation that happened. They didn't take the high road. So when you have a person like that, and you can see that they are hypocritical, right? And you don't want to take that advice. You always have to consider the source. All right, so let's get at it. And if that person is watching you. All right, so San Francisco Giants. Ooh. Okay, they're only batting 211. So it's below the league average, right? Yeah. Let's see. You know what, guys? If the A's have any kind of advantage, you got to take it. The A's aren't bad. I'm gonna take the A's on the money line, or if they're not the favorite, I'm gonna take them plus the points. The Rangers versus the Padres. Jack Leiter for the Rangers. Nobody's listed for the Padres yet. St. Louis and the Cubbies. Eric Feta versus Matthew Boyd. That should be a decent game. You can mess around and get an under in this game. Maybe. The pitching matchup favors Chicago more. Eric Fed is what? 3-8, 4.56 ERA, 57 strikeouts. Matthew Boyd, a lefty, he's 8-3. But Chicago holds the obvious advantage, so I would take Chicago Cubbies. Pittsburgh. Oh God. Pittsburgh versus the Seattle Mariners, Paul Skeens. Now watch this, guys. And I know you guys say, He's always attacking Pittsburgh. Yeah, because I don't think Paul Skeens is happy, right, where he's playing. Because I just don't have faith in the Pittsburgh management. Paul Skeens is 4-7. His ERA is 3.08. I mean 2.08, 2.03. He's got 115. I think he was a lot higher than that. I mean, I thought he was a lot better than that last year. Let's go inside the numbers with this dude. All right, so the last game he played against St. Louis, he got 5 hits. He went 5 innings. He gave up 5 hits, only walked 1 person, struck out 5. Against Milwaukee, he went 4 innings, gave up 4 hits, 4 runs, only struck out 4. All right, something's wrong here. Against Detroit, he went 6 innings, and he went 6 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs. He walked 5 and struck out 9. I mean, this Joker is going 5 innings, 4. His last 3, 5 innings, 4 innings, 6 innings, and he's still losing. It's not him. It's not him, guys. I'll put money on that. It ain't Paul Skeens. I put money on that. It's that horrible management, and they just fired the manager about a week ago. I don't care. It's not my team anyway. So he's going against George Kirby. George Kirby is 2-4, ERA 4.85, and 41 strikeouts. Here's the deal, guys. You can do what you want to do, but when I see Paul Skeens, I'm automatically going to give this guy his respect. I'm looking at his strikeouts. I'm willing to bet that he has a good day in his strikeouts. I would say he'll probably go 8. They're probably going to offer you 6.5 strikeouts for this guy. If they offer you 6.5 strikeouts, take it. George Kirby is not bad either. You might be able to get an under in this game. I don't know if I would take Pittsburgh, but I would definitely take the under, and I would take the strikeouts for Paul Skeens. Pittsburgh's got a lot of problems, guys. It's got a lot of problems. You don't want to hang. You know how you were younger, and then you liked this one girl, but she always had all this drama going on with her and problems. And remember what we did? We disappeared out of her life because we were just young men and we didn't know how to just say, hey, can't do it. We just disappeared. Well, that's what you want to do. Disappear out of Pittsburgh life. If they got games going on and you think that it could benefit you, grab it. Player props, grab them. They've got Falter, they've got Keller, they got Henley, and they've got Paul Skeens. 4 good quality pitchers. And what is your record? 38-51. There's no excuse for that. I'll be honest with you guys. They've got one of the best 4-man rotations in the league. I don't care. I know Keller's record is crappy. I know Henley's is crappy. Well, hell, Paul Skeens is crappy too. The only one that's having a good year is Falter, right? But we got 4 guys that's good there. I don't know. I see I'm getting all worked up in Pittsburgh, man. I bet you the fans really let them have it. These owners, man, what the hell? All right. I'm not taking Pittsburgh, and I don't suggest you guys take Pittsburgh. You take the over, you can take the under. In a game like this, you might want to mess around and take the under, maybe. right? George Kirby is no slouch. Let me look at George Kirby's last 3 games. Um, his last 6 innings. The last one he went 6 innings. He allowed 3 hits, gave up 1 run, struck out 5. The game before that, when he went 6 innings, he lost. That first one against Kansas City, he won, or the last one. The game after Kansas City, he lost that game. He went 6 innings. He allowed 3 hits. He allowed 1 run, walked 1 batter, struck out 3. You talking to me? Oh, oh, what? Um, Chicago Cubbies. They went 5. When he went against the Cubs, he went 5 innings. He allowed 7 hits. He gave up 4 runs, walked 1 person, and struck out 3. You blow. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna do it. Let's take Pittsburgh. I don't think they can screw this up. I just don't. I don't think they can screw up. Let's take. I mean, because sometimes, will I bet on that game? Yeah, because I'm gonna do player props with Paul Skeens, and actually, Pittsburgh is an interesting group. So I am going to take that. I'm gonna take them up on that. I'm gonna take the Pirates on the money line. Don't get cute, okay? Don't get cute. You ain't got to go take the run line or nothing like that. But I don't even think they're the favorites. Hold on. Yeah, don't get cute with this guy. Trust me. Because as soon as you're trying to get cute, you end up screwing up. I still can't get over Pittsburgh. I can't. Because they got too much. Their pitching staff is excellent. But no bats, no wins. All right, yeah. So we go ahead and take the Pirates on the money line. Last but not least, the Astros against. Oh, yeah. Last but not least, we'll take the Houston Astros versus the Dodgers. Remember the other day, I think it was yesterday, that came on, and I told you guys that LA was going to lose to Houston. Yep, looks what's happening. Let's go in here and see what's going on in this game. Houston doesn't even have a guy listed. LA has Emmett Shanahan listed. He looks like he's fresh up from the minors. The last game he pitched, he went 4 innings, allowed 3 hits and 1 run, struck out 6. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Why? Because he's got the hell of a lineup to back this dude up. Right? Outside of Kershaw for the Dodgers, Ohtani's not 100 at pitching. I'm going to tell you guys, and you probably might think I'm retarded, but just think if the Dodgers had the Pittsburgh Pirates pitchers. Just giving you something to think about. Do I think they're better? Yeah, because, Glass now is not here, right? He's hurt. He's out. Kershaw's back. He's mean like a beast, though. But you got that guy Day. He sucks. I mean, he don't suck, but you know, hey, whatever. Let's still take the Dodgers though. Let's take the Dodgers because it doesn't matter. They're gonna win anyway, right? And there you have it. I'm out. I mean, okay, so watch this, guys. Anything that happens tonight, if we win, right? You'll see me get back on, talking trash, waking people up, you know, because it feels good when you win. And I hope you guys like play some of these tickets, right? Because if you did, you got a winner, right? Winner, winner, what? Chicken dinner. Um, but just know this, guys. You got to stay humble. You got to do your homework, and you have to stay positive. And that's about it. Oh, let's check the WNBA and see what's going on there. Or wait, the Chicago White Sox. Tigers pulled it out, 1-0. And you know what? I'm glad they beat Cleveland because we owe Cleveland. Where's Chicago game at? Bottom of the fourth, Chicago 5, the Rockies 2. We still got time. Colorado pulls this game off. They win on the money line. We hit. That's all we need. That's it. That's all we need. We win this ticket. That's if you pick one of the parlays that I put out. We're gonna hit if the Rockies win. You pick the Rockies against Chicago. Well, last I checked, I mean Chicago's good, but just last year, those guys were in the cellar too. So I mean, and I like the pitching matchup. So, all right, you guys are awesome. What's going on with P Diddy? Is he gonna get off? I mean, is he gonna get a light sentence? Now watch this. And I'm hearing people, you know, talk about P. Diddy, and they goes, he's gonna get off, blah, 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 blah. And just saying good things. And I hope he does. That's what they were saying. And my thing, and I said this yesterday on the show, my thing is, if that's your daughter that he was kicking on, beating up in a hotel, if that was your daughter, what would you say? And I know what I would say. I hope they throw him up under the jail, right? So when you guys go to talking like, oh, I hope he gets off, and like one guy was on there saying, oh, look what God can do. Dude, I wouldn't bring God into it because I'm sure God doesn't condone people beating a man beating the crap out of a female and kicking her. You ain't got to kick a female when she's down. She's down. She's a female. So, yeah, am I against P. Diddy? Nope. I'm just like, right is right, wrong is wrong, right? So, hope everything goes right with P. Diddy. Have good luck for him, whatever. But just know that a lot of guys that's out there was saying, oh, look what God can do. I would not bring God into it because I'm sure God does not condone kicking women and doing all this other stuff. But also on the flip side now, yeah, he was freaky. And watch this. You can't be judgmental on guys. There's how many guys out there and you just freaky just like him. Probably worse. I knew okay, here goes. I knew a guy who made a comment about a player on a certain team. I'm not going to put any names, but I'm sure this person is listening. They probably go, holy shit. I'm glad he going to say my name. But this guy was critical of an NFL player. And I said, why, man? He didn't rape anybody. He just was a freak, right? And this person was all judgmental, right? Very judgmental and went off. Well, 2 years later, this guy got caught up in some freaky shit. right? And when I saw him, I wanted to say, hey, wasn't you just talking about that other football player and saying why you didn't like him because he did this? Always watch it, man. You know, stay humble, positive. It's hard to do, but you can focus, right? It's also good for your mental health. So, you know what? Without further ado, I'm going to make like a tree and I'm going to leave. I stole that one. Hey guys, make sure you like and subscribe. Listen to me for later on tonight if we get a hit. Um, I'll wake up, I'll give it to you and wake all of you guys up and say, hey, look it up, you won. Also, make sure you like and subscribe. Um, you can go back and listen to the thing with the teasing because I did a tease parlay where I teased. I almost won with teasing, and I'll make a video and show it to you guys. After every game, I'm trying now to do like a a video or how the day went. Like the other day, we almost lost. I mean, we almost won like 2 parlays. But trust me, guys, trust me. I'm coming close. It's going to be there, right? Patience. Patience. Good things come to those who wait. Well, it's coming. I don't want you to wait, but it's coming. Love, peace, and hair grease. Get your money. Get your money. Take care of your mental health. Peace.